Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Penn State head coach Cael Sanderson with us to give us some comments and question and answers on Penn State's national championship. Coach, can you start us off with some general comments about your team and the championship?
Sure. I just proud of our guys. Great effort by 10 kids, and then the whole crew of 37 or whatever our roster is. Super grateful to be a part of this and them, and our coaching staff are are the best, and it's great to be a part of things. So just happy to be here. And any questions you have?
Okay, sounds good. We're going to start with one over on the left.
Ryan Holmes, Intermat.
Hey,
Coach Cael, you were a four-time champion. You just crowned two more. What's it mean to you to be in the corner for guys like that, and what do they mean to the program that you've built since you've been there?
I think it's just, as a coach, every year you just want to see your kids smiling at the end of the season and seeing them reaching their goals. Obviously, in situations with like Carter and Aaron, the pressure mounts, but they both are competitors, and that's what they live for. That's what they were born for, and just happy for them.
Okay, we've got one here on the front row.
Nate Cobbler with the Center Daily Times. Coach, how are you, buddy? Coach, I mean, now that the end of the season's here, you guys have had so much history over these past 3 days between Carter and Aaron and the team points and the margin of victory. Can you kind of put it into words what it's like now?
It's time to get ready for next year. That's what we do, and we're always thinking ahead, preparing for the future, and we'll be back in the room on Monday. We love what we do. We love training. We love the sport of wrestling. Happy for the guys. Obviously I say this every time, but your heart and your mind, you just kind of expect to win, and you believe and expect that your guys are going to win. So it's the ones that don't quite reach their goal that occupy your mind and your heart. I thought in the finals, all of our guys wrestled really well. Bartlett wrestled really well. Just didn't work out at the end, and Messenbrink, he's he's a beast and wrestled really well, and they had great tournaments all the way through our lineup. So yeah, we're happy, and we'll just keep working.
Okay, let's go in the middle in the third row.
Patrick Kelly, Win Magazine. Cael, you talk about building for next year starts Monday already. How much does the upcoming Olympic trials play into that, and how many of you guys will be participating in that?
Well, everyone that's qualified. I'd have to think about that, which I'm not great at doing when the light's on me, so I'll avoid. But yeah, that's just part of the plan. That's the way we design the season, and these guys are thinking about the Olympics. They're very competitive, as we know, and so it'll just be about getting ready for that. I think we're what, 4 weeks out, and it comes fast.
Let's come here on the front row in the middle.
Andy Elder, Lewistown Sentinel. Coach, you talked about admiring athletes who have a lot of expectations and go out and win anyway. Could you talk about the expectations placed on Carter and Aaron and their performance in going out in the face of those expectations and winning?
Yeah, I think there's pressure and expectations right away they have for themselves, because they obviously planned on winning as freshmen. So it's not like all of a sudden they have this chance to be, win their fourth. It's something that they've been working on for 4 years. So it's just more about them being able to just be themselves, and focusing on the things that work, and that just is eternal principles, and it's just gratitude and those things that kind of keep you centered. And when you don't, you kind of drift away. Makes things more difficult. But this is a difficult time in wrestling, right? There's a lot of media coverage and hype and all those different things that you can feed into it or not, and just makes it more difficult. But they both did a great job, and Aaron obviously just very dominant all year long, and Carter had some adversity, which is pretty amazing. He wasn't able to wrestle the way he wanted to, but wrestling with the injury that he had was really, really impressive. I mean, there's not a lot of human beings on the planet that would be able to do it, what he just did, obviously.
Let's go in the back on the left.
Kyle Klingman with Flow. Last year in this press conference, you said wrestling's just a game. How and when did you develop that mentality?
It's always been a game. I mean, that's just the way I was raised, and we want to win every game we play. You know, if it's at home, you're playing video games, or you're playing whatever you're playing, you're trying to win. And it is a game. You know, I mean, all you have to do is look back 20 years and who can tell us who, maybe you guys can, because that's what you do for a living, but it doesn't matter. I mean, life moves forward, and this is just all about preparation and getting ready for the next stage in life. And with that perspective, you can compete a little bit more freely. And I don't think it's just the truth, right? You don't have to look hard to realize that, you know, sports aren't that important. You know, we love them, and they give us purpose. We learn a lot of really valuable things out of them. But first and foremost is, you know, just character, and you know, you have kids that don't reach their goals in wrestling, and sometimes that can be the best thing for them in their life. You just never know. It's up to them and what they decide to do with the next stage. Or you can have somebody that wins, and they want to ride that wave, and that wave, you know, it fades quickly, and you got to move on to the next thing. So it's just a game, and but we want to. It's fun to win when you play games.
Let's go to the front row here on the right.
Coach Eric Knopfsnitter, PA Power Wrestling. With Mitchell, was there some confusion there at the end? Did he know that the riding time point was secured?
I think he thought he was going into overtime, so he just kind of shut it down a little bit. But you know, that obviously falls on our coaching, me as a coach, and not communicating that to him. But you know, I mean, a great opponent. He wrestled an awesome match, and he's got a really bright future ahead of him. So we're excited for him.
Anything else for Coach? Right here on the. We'll go on the second row, and then we'll come to the front row.
Jim Carlson, Harrisburg. Cael, you grew up in the Gable Dynasty era. You know, how satisfying is it to now have that similar status? I mean, you've done almost everything that the Iowa program has done.
I'm not worried about that stuff. When I got to college, he was retired. I think the year when I was senior in high school. But obviously, I know a lot about Coach Gable and the dominance that they had and the excellence of the program, and they still have that excellence. I mean, but yeah, I mean, we're doing our thing. You know, we don't worry about and try to compare ourselves to others, and you know, we're just going to be the best we can be. And you know, as a staff, we're here trying to figure out what we can do better and how we can have our guys better prepared. And you know, because things continue to change, the game continues to change, and that's what makes it fun. That's how you stay motivated, and you're just, you know, you don't start thinking about next year tomorrow. You know, we're thinking about next year 3-4 years ago. You know, that's just the way it is. And I don't remember what your question was. I'm sorry, but yeah, we're just, you know, we just have a great staff. I love working with Coach Casey Cunningham and Coach Cody, and Coach Kennedy's done an awesome job. And there aren't, I mean, I don't want to compare. I don't know, you know, any other staffs, but there's a lot of great staffs. There's a lot of great people in this sport, you know, and they work hard and do a fantastic job. But really grateful to have those guys to go to work with every day.
Got a question here on the front row.
Dominic Campbell and Nittany Sports Now. Cael, what did you think about, you know, Levi and Greg? They were second place last year. Now they're on the podium, at the top of the podium. What do you think about what they did this season and just getting back to where I guess they wanted to be all season long? Yeah,
I think they both they wrestled great. You know, they had that experience, and they were the aggressors and kind of went out there and got their takedowns against two really good opponents. Really happy for them. You know, and then the trick is just keep getting better, and let's get ready for another one.
Anything else for Coach? Let's go over here on the front row.
Cael, I just got here. I apologize. Some people might say that State College is the center of the wrestling universe in this country. You got the trials. No, I'm sorry. I don't mean it is what you've done here in this tournament. You got the trials coming up. There's a lot of attention on wrestling in that area. What is the impact that you're having in that state? I know it's a strong wrestling state, but what does it say about the future?
Yeah, we're not saying that. You know, we're just going to do what we do every day and keep trying to get better and improve as we move along. We have a lot of support. You know, we have the best athletic director in the country right now, and we're very blessed with Pat Kraft. I mean, he loves the sport, and he's extremely competitive. It's been a huge just refresh, but yeah, we have, you know, Pennsylvania's always been known for wrestling. It's been great, and it's just been a nice combination for us to be able to get in there. But there's a lot of states that love wrestling. There's a lot of great wrestlers, you know, around the world, around the country. But yeah, we're just blessed to be surrounded by a lot of good people that love competing and love doing things the right way. Cool.
Anything else? Okay.
Thank you.
All right. We're still waiting on Aaron. He's still out there collecting awards. So as soon as he's done,